Good afternoon. In this video, we're going to go over this past week's trades and the weekly recap. Before I get into the recap, I just want to say I did finish the week with 16 wins and 4 losses for a win rate of exactly 80% for the week. So that's my target goal, 80% plus. I did meet that. I did take 4 losers, and the 4 losers were SPY. So yeah, I kind of struggled a little bit with SPY this week, but it was kind of a weird week, to say the least. So we'll cover that when we get into the recap. So please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You can find the link to the room in the description of the video and in the bio section of social media. Also, let's see, it's kind of thrown me off that daylight savings today. So when it's supposed to be 1, it's actually noontime. So yeah, it's kind of throwing me off a little bit. But anyways, you can also go on my Twitter account and you can see the timestamp of all the alerts that I post. It's why I post them on Twitter. I don't do it to brag. I do it so that people can see the timestamp that it's done in real time. And in the Trade Ideas room channel, I should say that I try to post majority of most of them ahead of time, but sometimes you just can't because something just comes up. You just like it all of a sudden. The setup just happens, or news drops, or something like that. So sometimes I'm not paying attention to certain tickers. I think one of them was like AMD this week, and so AMD ended up doing really well this week. But we'll get to that when we get to that. So let's see, Monday. Let's see, I'm going down my Twitter to get the actual timestamps. Monday I had BA calls to start with. Now BA. I was watching it for a reversal. What day is BA? Make sure I get the right day. Yeah, right here. See, BA's just been getting beaten down. So I was watching it over this 208 area. I think I even said in the Trade Ideas channel. Let me see what I posted on Monday. Yeah, pre-market before it actually took the trade, I said Snap calls over 53 and BA calls over 209. So 209 is where we were looking, and that's where we grabbed them. 209 is right here, pre-market high. If it didn't gap up, I would have been watching it over our Friday's high, which is like 208 right here. But I mean, I could have taken it at 208, but I did grab the BA 215 calls at $1. They went from $1 to 268 on the push all the way up. So BA had a nice strong move on Monday, even on Friday too. But I don't think I played it on Friday. I don't remember. When you stop playing, no, I didn't take it on Friday. Everything just goes blur when you play all these tickers. So or trade this much. Then I ended up taking Snap. I did take Snap. Let's see. I gotta get rid of that on Monday. Right here. I did finally take it right at 9:51. I took it right here, and it just kept dropping and popping, and it wouldn't break out. Then finally it broke out end of the day, and I sold most of my position into this pop right here at the end of the day. It did hold a con or two over the night, and it just didn't work out. So, but it is what it is. So I got the let me see. Yeah, I got the Snap at 109. So they went to 132. Not much. What the problem was with that is that this chop right here, I mean, I had 54 calls, and this chop right in the 53 range, it just it killed it. Even though on a Monday and it's at the money, but chop is not your friend in options. So Theta just took over and killed it. And if this actually happened back here or here, they probably would have gone 100%, or at least 50 to 100%. So it's hard to speculate, but yeah, then I ended up grabbing SPX calls at 11:02. Remember, I don't chart SPX because you don't have VWAP on SPX. So first is right here. Yeah, right here. Now I grabbed calls at, let's see, 11:02, which should be right about here. Yeah, down 200 EMA, which is the purple line. Then it came back up. I grabbed it right in here on this break over this little area right here. As you can see, it came back down. It started to come back up. I waited till it got over this, like, over the 200 EMA and over 459. It's weird that it's at 459. It's at 470. But anyways, I got the 46.15 calls at $2. They went to 340. Then I grabbed them again at 136, which is right 136. I grabbed it right here. Over the bounce, over the VWAP right here. I got the right day. Yeah, I do. 136. Right here somehow. I managed to grab it. I also grabbed it right down here. They might have been at the money too. Yeah, I think they were at the money. That's why they went. Let me see. I'll bring it down to the 3 minutes so we can. Let's see. This is Monday the 1st. Yep. 136. Right here. Got it right in here somehow. Right in there. Let me just double check something on the. Let's see. Did I call that in the room? Yeah, I said before when I got the first set of calls, SPX calls, over SPY 459 was the timestamp on this. 11:01, and I got 11:02, so it's literally a minute. Then I actually got it. Put another one at 117. I feel like I got the wrong day, but no, I got the right day. 11:17, and I ended up grabbing it right down here. Somehow I got it right there, and I got that little bounce. Went from 265 to 450. I probably got it written down in here. Yeah, I think I got it right down in here. Yeah, I don't know why I grabbed. Well, first of all, I don't look at the 3 minutes, so I look at the 10-minute. I would say I probably grabbed it right here, thinking bounce off the two. Actually, I do remember that. I did grab it here with a bounce of the 200 EMA, and it did drop, and then it finally recovered, and it did go to 450 by the end of the day. So yeah, I do remember this. I do remember making the play right here, bouncing off the 200 EMA, and after it fell through, I was like, oh, great. But SPY has been holding the bottoms, so I should have actually got it down here. Actually, I do remember that because I remember thinking how stupid that was to grab it here. I should have waited for it to get down here. That would have been such a better play. Would have gone a lot more than $1.70 plus. That would have gone 200-300% if I actually grabbed it right down here at the money. It probably would have got would have gone 300 or 400%. But you can't time everything. Hindsight's 20/20. You don't know. To me, it looked like it was gonna bounce right here, and then it just dumped. So yeah, it is what it is. So it did work out. So 3 wins on Monday, 4 wins. So then on Tuesday, I didn't play much because of FOMC, which I'll get to that when we get to that. So I did grab, let's see, SPY calls. I almost said Facebook. SPY calls of 462 calls at $1.10 at 940, which is right here. I grabbed it on the break right here up. They went from $1.10 to $1.69. Now Tuesday is a non-expiration day. I play SPY on non-expiration days, not unless I want to play SPX on non-expiration days, which I normally don't because they're too expensive. But once in a while, the price pretty good, and I might take the risk and they don't lose as much value, obviously, because it's not expiration day, so they'll hold its value. But you buy calls or puts near, not at the money, because if you buy them at the money on non-expiration days, you're going to pay anywhere from $9 to $11 per contract. But if you get out of the money a little bit, you can get around $4 to $5, which is a lot of risk. If you got 10 contracts, that's like $5,000. So yeah. But anyways, the SPY calls went from 110 to 169. Now let's see, what did I say on pre-market on Tuesday? I said SPY calls over 461. Tesla puts under 111.30. Options may be too expensive, which they were, and I don't think it even dropped underneath that. Apple calls over 149, and I believe Apple popped, and I think I remember regretting that on the second. Yeah, this is the one. I was watching this and I was like, yeah, I should have grabbed that, but it is what it is. Let's look at Tesla really quick to see if it, I think that's the day it took off. 11:30 on the second. Yeah, see, it just, let me get the second. Yeah, it just took off. And let's see, then I ended up grabbing AMD. Now I know a couple people in the room actually swung their the AMD calls. They did really well on it, so congrats to them. But I grabbed AMD at, let's see, make sure I get the right day here. Okay, 130 calls at 120. I grabbed them at 10:05, which is right here. I grabbed them in this candle, or no, right here. I grabbed them. They went from 120 to 146. Now, one of the reasons I was looking at that, I was looking at the where's this Monday right here, that it was going to break all-time high right here. AMD, when it gets to near all-time high, ends up pulling a monster move, like right here. Went straight up. It didn't really go straight up right there. It just went up a couple days, but I was looking at it on the daily. I was like, yeah, I think this thing gets near all-time high. It's probably going to end up breaking out. So where was the hourly rate here? Yeah, because we got it was right here. It's breaking this hourly right in here. So I was like, okay, I'm fine with that. I'm going to take that. So the 130 calls at a 120 went to 146, but I mean, geez, this thing went all the way up to 141 pre-market. And I think I looked at the options on Friday, and they were like at $11. So yeah, they went up 100%, almost 1,000%. So that's just crazy. AMD, just, I'm gonna have to watch that one more. I don't usually play AMD, but it does move pretty good though. NVIDIA was very strong. So then we had FOMC, which did not work out the way I thought it was. I was just looking at it. VIX was so low, all-time high. Powell, usually you get 2 or 3 moves on FOMC. You get the 2 o'clock, usually is the pop, the 2:30, which is Powell's speech, that ends up dropping. And when it drops, it likes to recover, 50, 100% of its drop. And then 3:30, 3:45 comes, and you end up getting another play. Either it's a pop or drop. So usually you get 3 moves, or at least 2. 90% of the time, this was the 10% time that it just went straight up. And it just boggled me. They were just talking about tapering, and there was nothing positive. And of course, it just squeezed, and I got the 46, 45 calls at 235, and with the offset of 45.95 puts at 270. The calls went from 235 to 1840, so they went really well. And the FOMC play was a positive play. It was a profitable play. I usually just, when I play FOMC, when I buy the calls and puts, I like to, because I paid 235 and 270, that I had to sell over $5.05 in one direction to cover the cost of the other side. and anything over 505 is profit, and it went up to 1840, so it was more than enough profit right there. So then I ended up grabbing puts at the end of the 230, which is right in this candle, right in here. Oh, I think I got the rejection right here of the RCT trend line, which is the orange line, and it just blew through it. And that was that's my first loss for the week. Yeah, it is. And it was SPY. So I was like, okay, that kind of like threw me off balance a little bit, because I was not expecting this massive pop off of FOMC. I was not expecting a pop like right here. It didn't hit the dump. It just didn't dump. The market just kept going. It was just completely bonkers what happened on FOMC. I'm kind of still a little annoyed by it, but yeah. Then on Monday, not Monday, Thursday, I grabbed SPY puts at open. I said risk game, and believing a lot of my plays risky, because I'm kind of like, even though I only had one loss for the week, FOMC just kind of like threw me off balance a little bit. So I was thinking, okay, we had this massive move and it held, so I was thinking we were going to dump Thursday morning, and it didn't. I got puts right at open, started to drop, then it popped. I was like, oh great, here we go, this crap again. So I stopped out. I got the 465 puts at $1.30 and stopped out at 75 cents. And then I ended up grabbing, because of this pop right here, I did grab VIX calls at $1.60. Just want to look at VIX. On which date I grab them? 9:59. On the 5th. Okay, wait a minute. I'm looking at the wrong day. Actually, I'm not looking at the 5th. I'm looking at the 4th. There we go. I got them at, because I posted them on my Twitter the next day. I didn't feel good after that day. So I got them at 9:59, which is right down in here. I got it right at the very bottom. Now I was telling people in the room, let's see what I said on the 4th. No, I didn't put anything in there. To me, anytime VIX gets underneath 15, I grab the calls, because VIX acts like a coiled spring. And when it gets really, really low, it likes to have violent bounces right here under 15. It bounced this day, and it bounced here. Right here, close to 15, bounced. Under here, 15, it bounced. I mean, anything under 15, grab calls on VIX, in my opinion. Now, this is not financial advice. This is just my opinion and my thoughts. Take it with a grain of salt. But anytime VIX gets underneath $15, I'm grabbing calls. I grab them 2 weeks out, because I don't really want to grab them the current week, because sometimes like right here, it took a few days to pop. But if you grabbed at least 2 weeks out, I wouldn't go too far out because it get too expensive. But if you go 2 weeks out, they should pop. So that's how I usually play VIX. No, not the 4 hour, the 1 hour. So then I end up grabbing after that, because I did get them at $1.60, and I did sell them at $2.10, and I'm kind of glad I did, because they smashed VIX the next day. But well, they smashed it a little bit, right underneath 15 again. I didn't grab them then. I should have, and they popped hard on the 5th. So yeah. Now, I did grab Facebook calls. Let's see, at 10:45. Right here. Right in this little area right here for a breakout. Now, it popped a little bit. They went from $1.43 to $1.67, a little pop right there. But I was expecting a breakout, but it just didn't break out. I mean, let's look at the daily on Facebook. Facebook's going to probably have a strong move this week, so I definitely like Facebook. Even though it had a topping candle right here, top tail candle, I mean, sometimes it just doesn't matter. I mean, it had it here and it did drop. So, I mean, I'll probably watch it on both sides this week, but yeah. Anyways, getting back to that. So, yeah, they went from $1.43, $1.67. Not that much of a move. Kind of very, very tiny. Now, I did play SPX on a non-expiration day because they weren't too bad priced. I did grab the SPX puts at 12.18, which should be right here. Waited for a lower high. I should have grabbed it here, but I didn't. When it did make a lower high right here, I did grab it right there for that little drop right there. That little drop went from 420 to 570 right there. I mean, $1.50 move in that little drop. SPX does move. Obviously on non-expiration days, the big difference is that you have to pay more money to get the call. I mean, if you get them at the money, you're going to end up paying, like I said, $9 to $11. But if you get them at the money or close to at the money on expiration day, towards the end of the day, you could get it for like $2. So that's when you see those crazy moves of going from $2 to $20. Now, if it was a non-expiration day, it would have been more like $10 to $20. So it doesn't have that crazy factor that non-expiration days have. I mean, that expiration days have. Non-expiration days, you don't have the $2 at the money near close, so like you would on expiration days. So, yeah. Then I ended up grabbing, let's see, SPX puts again at 205, which I think is right here. Right here. I remember the big candle right here. I did grab them because of the deep red candle, thinking, okay, we're gonna break down, and it didn't. It decided to chop and pop. So that was another loss. I stopped out at 270. I got them at 440. So it's like, okay, 3 SPY / SPX losses this week, and not doing too well. I've just kind of struggled, but hopefully next week will be better. It was kind of a tough week to get a good read. The amount of sanity this week was just crazy. Then I had Tesla puts at open. Now I said in the pre-market, did I say anything in the pre-market? I didn't say anything about Tesla pre-market. I did say Roku calls over 291. Facebook puts under 338. I think I did grab Roku, but I was looking at Tesla. I got them at, let's see, what's the timestamp? 1240. 940. I was looking at it from this perspective of, okay, this 1220 area, 1225 area breaks, it's gonna break down. So it started to drop, and I grabbed it. I grabbed the 1200 puts at 360, and they went to $8 in that little dump right there. So that was a nice play to start Friday. Then I ended up grabbing Roku calls at, let's see, 1004, which is right here, right there, right in here. Knifed, and it pulled back up, got over VWAP. That's where I grabbed it. The 290 calls went from a 168 to 206. I mean, not monster play. It should have been a monster play. I mean, this thing is so beaten down. I mean, the RSI on the daily must be. I don't have RSI on this one, but yeah, it's pretty low on the daily. I think it's definitely going to make its weekly looks really like it could go down more, but I don't know. It gets bought up every time it gets down in this area. I can't imagine it getting to 250, but you never know. I mean, I've got Roku shares, and they're taking a hit, but I'm not worried about it. Roku will end up recovering. I think that every time Roku has these big red days or red weeks end up having a strong recovery. You have a deep red day and it recovers, and red recovers, and it's been beaten down, had so many red days in a row. It's starting to look like this right here. You get your big sell off, a little bit of a pop, and it dropped a little more. You get your sell off, a little bit of a pop, dropped a little more. So we're gonna see this side of it now. I think that we could see real code 350 over 400 again, long term. So yeah. Anyways, I'm just ranting. But yeah, we got the little pop right there. Then let's see, I had SPX 4700 puts. Let's put SPY up. Now, I had the 4700 puts at $2.50. I grabbed them at, let's see, 1028, which is right here. Popped up. Maybe it's starting, it's got the top tailing candle right there. It's starting to show a little bit of weakness, and it finally drops. Now, if you held it all the way through, they did go from $2.50 to $20. So that was a nice little play if you held all the way through. Now, I also grabbed SPX calls at 1201, which is right here. Get a little bit of a bounce right there. I got the 417 calls at $1.90, and they went from $1.90 to $2.40 in that little bounce right here. Then I ended up grabbing 417 calls again at $2. I grabbed it at what time? 12:30, which is right here, thinking we were gonna get a bounce, and it just, that's where it flushed. So that was another loss. That was my fourth loss, and the fourth loss for SPY / SPX. So that call did not work out well. So I did buy calls right at the PDC, which is previous day's close, is this white line. I grabbed the 4700 calls at 225. They went from 225 to 310 right here. Now, I got them a little early. I got them right in here, right before the previous day's close. I got it right in here, thinking we were going to bounce right in this area, but it did go down and touch previous day's close. I should have waited there because it would have gone a lot more than 225 to 310. The pullback, I grabbed them again, right in this pullback, and they went from 225 to 440. So that timestamp on that one was 151, which is right here in this candle. So got it right here, a little too premature. Should have waited, and it did pop up. Had a nice little gain. Dropped back down. I grabbed it again a little cheaper at $2 and ripped right there to let's see, 440. So 225 to 310, $2 to 440. I kind of typed that out wrong. Oh well. So yeah, that was the day on Friday. So I had 6 wins, 1 loss. I recovered the week really well. I was kind of worried that FOMC just threw me off my game a little bit. Not that, you know, I just can't believe we just had that kind of squeeze on FOMC. So having PTSD about it. But anyways, so that's going to do it for the video. I hope this has helped you understand why I took what I did. So that's going to do it. Hope to see you in the room. Thanks for watching.